I am from Baltimore. It is freezing, and I have been here when it's freezing. I've been here in Green Valley wearing leather jackets and scarves, and now I come here. It is February 26th, and you're wearing a t-shirt, shorts, flip-flops. What is going on?
It's so nice, and it's like, this is like San Diego weather.
It's like San Diego. It is no longer freezing.
No longer freezing.
And we're not even in March Madness yet.
I know, it's amazing. It's supposed to be 80 degrees this weekend.
Unbelievable.
One day, 81, I think it's going to hit Saturday or Sunday, so I'm looking forward to it. I love the heat.
So let me ask you something. Everybody wants to know about the X Factor, the X Factor. And so when we're talking about the X Factor, everybody wants to know about Kenny White, Kenny White, Kenny White. They all watch the 60 Minutes interview, your claim to fame. Look, there are wise guys in this town. We know fortunes are won and lost by that half a point. People want to talk about blowout winners, but I did a video on my main website last week, and I went through the analysis, and what I found was, and I'm sure you'll agree, this is it happens all the time. 97 college basketball games last Saturday. 19 of them were decided within a half a point and a point. So as a odds maker,
20%.
That's what I said on the video.
20%.
So you are the odds maker. You're not a handicapper. You're an odds maker.
Okay.
You call yourself?
I do, but well, I'm an odds maker. I make odds on every game,
right.
And then if there's a difference from what the betting line is to when I made the game, then I've got to play on the game.
But someone's watching this video. They purchased a $99 package or a daily package for your opinion plays, and they want to get access to your VIP plays. And what I want to impart to these guys is that normal? 20% of the games running between a half a point to a point, the decision coming down that close, because I tell people it's very hard to win.
That's a very high number, but 19 games, 20% within
97.
Within a point, that is a lot of games that are falling on the number. Could not be a good day for the sports books, because you could be middled on 19 different games.
Right.
That's a crushing defeat. I would say normally that
was
number,
just spreads. I didn't even look at totals.
Normally that number is probably around 10%. I would say within 5 points of the spread, you're going to see about 25% of all those games. So that's a high percentage last week.
So on an annual basis of, let's say, all sports combined, what would you say the overall percentage of games, plus or minus 1 point?
20%.
So that okay.
Little less than that. 15%, I'll say. 15%.
So the illusion of basically playing a game and having it be a 40-point blowout. On a regular basis.
There's going to be that other end of the spectrum, that there's probably 15% of the games that are blowouts.
Right.
There's going to be.
But this is where the square better, not only do they want a winner, they want the blowout winner every night of the week.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
And that's why you don't get paid anymore, whether it's a half a point win or whether it's a 40-point blowout.
Get the same amount of money back either way. And, sometimes I'd rather win the close game, because you win in a blowout, you may not be able to get to bet on that team again or against that opponent again if you blow them out, because now everything changes so much.
So let me ask you, going into March Madness, it's February 26th. I'll be back for our next video in the week of March 17th to March 24th. So it's actually close. I'll be back almost 2.5 weeks.
First week of the tournament.
Right. Do you see value in March Madness, or do you see it just as a reason for people to go crazy if you're a VIP player and you have a large bankroll, you're moving a nickel, you're moving a dime, and you have the assets, the resources to move large money, if you want to bet as a business?
I think there's a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of square money come in March. Everyone's betting. They're betting more than they normally bet. It's like the Super Bowl. So there's going to be a lot of
Super Bowl over multiple days.
Over multiple days, which is great. And there's so many games. So yes, there's a ton of value in March. One of my favorite bets.
And even looking ahead past the next video, when do you start, when do you get really pumped for baseball? I know you're doing the work now.
I'm starting to work on it already. So a lot of the books just came in. The Bill James Handbook just came in. I got my Baseball Prospectus book, Baseball America book in the mail the other day. So I'm already starting to work on it, grabbing rosters. Baseball's, we talked about it last year, baseball's the season I love the most, because more millionaires in baseball. More millionaires in baseball than any other sport.
So why is it that my clients, your clients, the betting business as a whole, it drops off? They have no
football. They love to watch football. It's so exciting to watch. And baseball is no fun to watch unless you're really a baseball enthusiast and you love the intricacies of the game where you're looking at the chess match. But we're in the betting side of it. And as I said, more millionaires have been made in baseball than any other sport. Because it's day in and day out.
And when you look at hockey, I'm in Baltimore, Washington Capitals, 44 and 11.
It's amazing.
I mean, you'll never see a run like that in a baseball team.
No. Well, maybe. You never know. But look at what the Golden State Warriors are doing in basketball.
Yeah, but against the spread, they're nothing.
No, it's very true.
Right. But I'm talking about having the ability to bet a money line sport.
Yeah.
Do you ever see a parallel like that in baseball?
You could. Seattle Mariners one year had a tremendous.
Right.
They won a ton of games. You could see that.
It's rare though.
What the Capitals are doing, they're extremely rare. They're having an amazing season.
Right. So I went to the casino last night and I made a play on Stanford against USC.
Right.
And the line opened up at +2 very early in the morning. Went down to pick them. Late in the day, it went back up to -1 USC on the road.
Right.
But all the wise guys were on Stanford. It was
Right.
like, no, how do they never move Stanford? You're a lineman. How do they never make Stanford the favorite? And I realize this video will be uploaded for a month. They won by 20 at halftime, and in the second half they just played even. They won the game by 20. I mean, it was an absolute blowout, and the public was duped in the thing. Ranked team on the road to the unranked team, and it was like all the wise guys were just banging the home team, pick them +1.
There was a little bit of money on USC, right? Buying back. So that's the only.
So that could have just been tradable money.
If they're not getting any USC money, then they're going to end up at Stanford favorite. But they were obviously getting some USC money too.
And with NBA being obviously a longer season than college, do you look at the teams playing different after the All-Star break? I see the Warriors playing a little rusty, Cleveland playing a little rusty, coming out of the All-Star break. I think it's just not as much as everybody can have a good day, bad day. Because pro teams versus the college teams.
It's kind of like baseball has the August blues. You still got a month and a half left in the season. You played the All-Star game, and that's what happens in the NBA because we still have a long way to go in the season. They just hit the All-Star break. They got that week off. Everybody loses a little continuity, but the good teams start to, cruise a little bit. They're not ready to put it in playoff mode. They know when they need to peak. So those teams are the kind of teams right now that are just having fun.
Right.
They're not winning. They're not covering. They're having fun, but they're just not playing up to the highest level they possibly can play.
Right. So any other notes you would say going into March Madness, people should stay away from? So do you get into the NIT tournament?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or do you just stick with the main tournament?
Always important. College basketball continues to change rules, and they like to use the NIT as an experimental tournament, and they will change the rules sometimes. Last year we had some great overs because they went to the 30-second shot clock in the NIT, and not a lot of people knew that. I don't know if the odds makers knew when they first put numbers up, but the totals moved like 15 points.
Right. And then we don't know what they'll do this year.
It's good to know what the rules are.
Right, gotcha. So, all right, how about international soccer? I see it on TV being in Vegas when I come out here. I guess because of the time difference being further away from Europe. When I go into the books, they got to fill with screens in the morning.
Right.
Do you notice more people are betting soccer, or is it
more books are posting it too because there are more people betting it, and it's a 24-hour market now that you're playing sports around the world, not just in North America.
You yourself have any interest, or
I have no time. I wish I had some time to do it.
There's only so much in it now.
I got to follow the sports I follow. So
now, what would you say since you connected with all these sharps? Good year in football last year, bad year. What would you say?
It was an up and down. It was an up and down. It was a roller coaster ride. Some really good weeks, bad weeks. Overall, small winner. It's just one of those seasons. You just hope to get on that roll that every week you're winning and you're going 6-2 and 5-1 and 8-2. It just never really got to happen.
Right, and a lot of these guys, it's all, and we always preach money management more so than 6, because some of these guys can go 3-3 and nail the big games and get themselves out of the trap, even if they have a 50% week.
Right.
And I mean, we know that
hard to do.
It's hard to do.
It really is. I mean, it's most guys go 3-3 and they end up losing a ton of money.
Right, because they're chasing.
They're chasing. They bet a parlay. They bet more on the one game. They bet less on the winners.
Regarding parlays, and then we'll finish up this video till March. You told me once. You told me once that the truest odds on the parlay are in baseball.
Baseball.
Not football,
Nope.
not basketball, where everybody likes to do the parlay.
Right.
Well, why is that in a nutshell?
Well, they're set. Basketball and football, the odds are set. You get 6-1 for a 3-teamer, 10-1 for a 4-teamer. In baseball, it's not that way. You get the odds of each team, and then they're calculated against each other to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So you could actually play a 4-teamer and get paid 16-1, or even higher if you got all dogs. You might get 20-1 on a 4-teamer in baseball.
So you will consider doing parlays in baseball?
Yes, I will, especially correlated parlays with the side and the total, the visitor and over, or the home team and under, and looking to
because
get
you're not getting the
one
bottom
less at bat, three
right.
less outs.
Got it. That is your VIP report. If you want to get access to the latest plays, people always ask, you get that early analysis, and then, like I said, later in the day, closer to game time, you'll make later decisions based upon updated money, updated weather reports, updated injury reports.
All the information.
Certain phone calls from the right guys calling you, certain phone calls from the right guys not calling you.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes the best bet you make is the one you don't make, right?
Very true.
Will you pull bets or cover bets? I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Trying to make money.
Trying to make money.
And
nobody said this is easy.
No, it's a grind, but I think it's the most profitable of any investment you can do.
You're a guy that walks through these books and has clients walking up to you. So your reputation is more important than anything. So when somebody says to you, is there a lock? Is there a game that can't lose? We tell them, yeah, the lock at the door in front of your house.
Yeah, a lock of the casino in the front. I have no locks. I wish I did.
Right. I mean,
it's hard work handicap and trying to pick winners.
Exactly. So give us a call. We'll get you directed. And if you're ever in Vegas, we can sit down with you. We can show you how to do this. Money management, I would say, is 90% of the battle because a lot of the clients don't follow this. And if you've been looking and searching for that holy grail, you've been